is time for the big dance of the Australian Premier League for 2015. What a finals night that we have had. The competition has been of the highest possible standard, but now it is down to 2. And it is time to get the contestants out for the Australian Premier League final for 2015. Here's Wayne Peterson.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the match.
Himself. There's no risk of that tonight. He's on another planet.
He's got that tendency to be able to fight out of that, though. You know, some people get a bit down on themselves and they lose it completely. They implode upon themselves. Not Ali. He fight. You know, he's a fighter. He'll scramble. He'll try anything. So he's a very aggressive player, and it's came off tonight. And, you know, he would have been absolutely gutted to have lost that game because they went so close in the preliminary semi-final with a bad result. So I'm sure he's a relieved man. Maybe an advantage to New Zealand being fresh out there. They've just come off. 3 hours albeit, but you know, these guys are up for it, so we'll see how it starts.
3 times in APL03 these two teams have met. On day 2 it was Adelaide who defeated New Zealand 5-1 and 13-7 in the 2 sets. Scott Thorburn is in the neighbourhood right to start. What a way to kick off the final.
Wow.
And on night 3 Adelaide defeated New Zealand again 10-2 and then 8-7. And then earlier on tonight in the first match of the evening, it was the Endurance. 7-2 in the first. New Zealand comfortably won 9-2 in the second. But it was Adelaide who hung tough in a tense tiebreaker. Tiebreakers have been the order of the night, Calvin.
It's been unbelievable. It's been so exciting. Both semi-finals coming down to basically the last bowl. Another good opening bowl there from 𝘱𝘳𝘦𝘥.
Hasn't she been good too?
She's been terrific. Only female player in the APL of the 3rd year, and she's been rock solid. She's got them off to a great start, the New Zealand Blackjacks.
Is she a sneaky chance for the MVP, Glass?
Oh, I think she's got to be in contention. There's no doubt about it. I mean, probably all 6 players out here would be in contention, but Jo's been very, very solid all throughout. Nothing phases her. She's widely regarded as the #1 women's player in the world, and deservingly so.
She certainly set the standards. She's matched it with the big boys.
So the prediction up here in the commentary box from the 2 experts, Steve Glasson and 𝘱𝘳𝘥𝘏, is the Adelaide Endurance. Apologies to our viewers in New Zealand.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's no malice in that. This is going to be a cracker, and it's going to go either which way. So,
yeah, just after the previous semi-final earlier in the evening with both these teams, it was so close, but I just felt that Adelaide Endurance had the edge throughout that game. It's just going to come back to how big the conversion shots are with 𝘱𝘳𝘰𝘶𝘥𝘭𝘺, and there you see.
Great stuff from Scotty Tholborn.
Three brilliant shots.
And his skipper, Max Kleinig, another one in contention for MVP for the series. He has sizzled, and especially on this TV ring, conversion after conversion. New kid on the block, so to speak, as far as APL is concerned. He's a master.
Yes, first time in, third year of the competition. Now what can Joe Edwards respond with? 3 down. Ali likes it. It's in the area.
Very close.
Joe Edwards has been a model of consistency throughout the tournament.
Very good shot.
That's a great attempt.
Husband Dave, the coach, we've talked earlier in the week how there was a bit of tension, Jack, between Dave and Joe. Dave substituted Joe off. She gave him that look, you know, that look. All in good fun, of course.
I think frosty was probably the right term.
Frosty. Very frosty. No dinner for Dave.
No.
It's Max Kleinig on screen.
We were discussing this young man earlier. Glass, Calvin and I were in one of the earlier matches that as a selector, and you're the national coach, you must be seeing a young man making a name for himself who's currently a member of the Jackaroos squad. And I would imagine you're starting to think to yourself, well, what else has this young man got to offer the squad long term? Well,
I think he's got a lot to offer. He's a great young guy. He just recently toured New Zealand with us with the Jackaroos camp for Asia Pacific trials. His first time in the Jackaroos squad, and he handled very well. He got better and better as the week went, and I think he'll be around for a while. We've got a lot to offer.
Certainly not suggesting that there's a changing of the guard coming, but there is an opportunity. The Australian Jackaroos team has been so stable for so long with the likes of Mark Casey, Brett Wilkie, Wayne Rudiger, Leif Selby before that, and then obviously you two gentlemen. But it does feel like in the next 2 or 3 years that if a couple of these younger Jackaroos are willing to make the step up, it's theirs, and it could be theirs for a while.
Yes, and of course throw in Aaron Wilson as well, who's been another standout player, very positive. Certainly the future of the sport looks promising. There's no doubt about that. We've got some great up-and-coming players, and also a few in the girls as well. So the future of bowls here in Australia is looking very promising.
Not to mention the man on screen, Scott Tholborn there as well, who is getting better and better. He's a little bit over 30, so still plenty of time on his side.
He'll be at Helensvale next week gunning for a world title and the world champion of champions, so a big opportunity for Scott to back up this performance and underline his potential as well. So it's great. It's very tough to pick an Australian team. At the same time, we're in a very fortunate situation. Look at this, Max, great shot.
Well played.
We've got a wealth of talent to pick from.
It's a reasonable headache to have, Glass.
It is.
There's Scott Tholborn. Spent a lot of time on the substitutes bench in the semi-final.
Well, 2 shots to the Adelaide Endurance on this opening end of the final.
There's some interest in this.
However,
he's got a hold. Well,
𝘱𝘳𝘰𝘶𝘥𝘭𝘺 has promoted another Adelaide bowl.
Might have cut that back to 1, maybe. We'll have to have a look and see.
1 it is.
Call is 1.
Bit lucky there.
Adelaide are on the board first in the final of APL03. And probably a good one for them, Glass, just to calm the nerves a little bit as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Twice runner-up. They're hungry for this. They are dying for this.
Get involved in the conversation using the hashtag APL03. Why do the scorers spray the bowls, and what is that spray, Steve Glassett?
So if you get a toucher, it's a very good question, by the way. So if you get a toucher, that means in motion your bowl touches the jack. They put a little bit of spray chalk on it. It's a little bit of powder, which basically displays that it has touched the jack. So if that bowl then gets disturbed and put into the ditch within the confines of the rink, it remains alive.
You don't get many touches these days, do you, Steve? Hey?
Gee, here we
go. You used to once, a long time ago.
Are we starting already, are we? Right.
I could have
this could be fun.
Possibly expected that this was coming. Well, 2 of the great sledges in the sport up in the commentary box together. So there was only one thing that was ever going to happen.
We were talking earlier. Well played here again. Good shot, Joe. We were talking earlier again. we're godfather to each other's kids, and Kelly and I often have meetings to just try and work out why. Why do we pick him as a godfather to our children? But anyway, what's done is done.
Such a great fella, mate. Things I do for you.
Rather happy with oneself there, Kelvin. Needed to do a little bit more work. The endurance.
So back to Jo Edwards. Plays at the United Club back in New Zealand.
She won gold, Kelvin, at the 2014 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow in the singles. That's as good as it gets.
That is, and particularly for a Southern Hemisphere player to go up there and win is enormous. So
she's an absolute champion player and a champion person with it as well. You wouldn't need a nicer lady.
Well, we know that well-documented struggles that some of the Southern Hemisphere players had at the Commonwealth Games because of the conditions. It was so heavily controlled by the Scots that makes Jo's performance even better.
Even better, even better. And she's won on all surfaces. So, and for once, I think Kelvin and I do agree, a great champion and also a great person with it. So I can't argue with that one.
Club Pine Rivers at near on capacity.
Full house.
What a venue now. You see that shot there, and it's fantastic at the club. And I remember coming here back in about the mid-1980s, Kelvin, and playing you in the Queensland Junior Singles Final and having a win. And it's just a great pleasure to still come back here these days and reminisce about that marvellous victory in the juniors way back then.
Yes, I've got some great memories of back in those days.
And
oh, there's some characters. Look.
And there you see Brett Wilkie on screen, Helens Vale, Anthony Fantini, the captain. And have a look at this for a
What are we dealing
photo.
with here, Kelvin Kirko? What is this?
What a
This
spunk.
is unbelievable. This is Steve Glasson in his heyday. Now have a check out. Look at that head of hair, mate.
What a
that
spunk.
hair.
What a spunk.
I just thought you were born with that hair and it never grew.
I was a chick magnet. What can you say? Now,
That is unbelievable for all the viewers out there. That's Steve Glasson in the heyday.
well, we'll have to take this a bit further later. We've got some serious bowls going on, but we will get a camera shot up close and personal because I'd like to share some with the viewers as well. But back to business.
Well, I reckon Glass is about to fight fire with fire very shortly. Got a picture of his own.
Max Kleining.
Well played.
It's a great shot. He's really found this TV rink an absolute clinic.
He is on for this final. He has to be. Been the linchpin of the Adelaide Endurance this evening.
It's nice and relaxed out there too.
Looks very comfortable, Glass, doesn't he?
He does. Looks right at home.
He needs to roll that bowl. Well, he's done it enough, I think.
Perfect.
Absolutely spot on there.
That now becomes 1 to New Zealand. Trading blows early in this final.
Max Kleining had a great previous bowl. What can he do with his next? He's really been playing well on this TV rink, and he's close again. Have a look at this for a great shot.
Great shot.
Brilliant stuff. Wow, Max Kleining on fire here at Pine Rivers, Club Pine Rivers.
But it's just interesting watching Max there, Glass. He's always smiling, always having a good time. Not sure the smile's there at the moment. There's a more determined look on his face here.
There's $110,000. Pretty hard to smile.
Absolutely.
I can't. Yeah, it's scary, really.
Remembering the winners of this will take away $40,000, the winning team. So there's plenty to play for.
It's reasonable money for a 26-year-old.
Very handy.
And of course, Adelaide Endurance been runner-up on the previous 2 APLs. So, you know, can they make it third time lucky?
Yeah.
And go one better.
Fantastic achievement, isn't it? 3 finals in 3 years.
Amazing.
And in the final, it hasn't necessarily been a happy hunting ground for the Endurance.
I'll tell
Max
you what, he's
Kleining
not far away.
looking to alter the course of this final. Just short.
Weight was very good.
Certainly in the area. Well, I'm sure we're going to maybe see a little bit of weight from Ali Forsyth. And he's going to try and draw it maybe.
Well, you can't. He's got to be a little bit careful with both his bowls, hasn't he? But he has got the best backwards, so he's an aggressive player. He's on the draw.
He's got about 9 inches to draw. Well, it's on its way. Second end of the final.
Well, Well, he's following it with interest. Joe's down on the haunches. Got a hold now. Just that late turn on that hand. Whoopsie.
Not enough. It'll be minimum of 1 that now becomes 2 for the Adelaide Endurance. Score is 3-0 early in this final. 𝘱𝘳𝘦𝘴𝘦𝘯𝘵 happy. Dave Edwards, the coach of the New Zealand Blackjacks, indicating that they will take the power play for this third end of set number 1. Action is aplenty. Here's that picture one more time of Steve Glasson. Now, Kelvin, I must admit, we've done a bit of research behind your back, because who's that other guy?
No idea. I can't believe this. What is going on here?
That is 𝘗𝘳𝘦𝘴𝘦𝘯𝘵 himself. That's us as kids.
Look at those little linguini arms,
Yeah.
Kelvin.
I've got the biceps now. Don't worry about that.
Skinniest arms in Australia.
And I've got a head of hair still.
I wish you could see his feet. He's got the brown shoes on. They were the days. They were the days.
Here's Kelvin Glass thinking that he had this situation under control. Little did he know that we'd already been doing the research.
I like it. I like it a lot. Fight fire with fire.
And you know what? For our viewers at home, that was 30 years ago at this very venue.
There you go. We haven't changed a bit.
It was a tin shed back then.
It was a tin
Pine
shed back
Rivers.
then. That's my point. It was a tin shed back then, a little garden shed.
Certainly not a tin shed now, is it?
World class facility.
Yes, one of the best facilities in Queensland.
Providing us with some world-class play in these APL finals.
It's become one of the best facilities in the world for bowls. Greens have played wonderfully well.
Yes, perfect night. Big crowd in.
Wayne's can bar, chockers. A few people, probably chockers in there as well.
I would have thought so. A few permanent fixtures in there this evening.
Yeah.
That haven't moved.
Yes. Pirate theme here at Club Pine Rivers tonight.
3-0 in favour of the Endurance.
Needs a bit of luck here, Joe. Well, she got a bit lucky.
Not bad, not bad.
Sat on that wide bowl. So, remembering, we're on the power play. No, it's not. Is it the power play?
For New Zealand, yes.
Yes, it is. So, double shots up here for the Kiwis. That's a big end.
It's huge in the context of the first set, isn't it? If they can convert it, they're right in there. If they miss out the chance, well...
Yes, they need to win this end. They trail 3-0.
The Endurance supporters are having a party tonight at the Lynx Hotel in Adelaide.
Good luck
all
to them.
assembled, all of the supporters.
Cheers, gang. Hope you're enjoying it. No doubt cheering for your home team. Well done.
Well, great bowl once again, Joe Edwards. Terrific stuff.
Quality. Bit of a shout out to Trevor Breeze out in the Toowoomba region. Breezy, I know you're watching the coverage. Hope you're enjoying, mate.
Coverage right across the length and breadth of Australia.
Joe's
Right
got
the way
some
through New
stalkers.
Zealand also.
Joe's got some stalkers in the crowd.
It's not necessarily a good thing, having a look
No.
at some of the
Pirates.
figures in that crowd.
Some of the Pirates.
There's a few Pirates around.
Not sure how comfortable I'd feel with that. Luckily, her husband's here on the bench.
Yes.
Well, big bowl here from Max. 3 down on the head. Power play in sight.
Not a mile away. Have a go at this. Well, a clear run and he was all over it.
Good
shot.
weight.
Second shot.
It's back to Ali. New Zealand Blackjacks hold 1. Double shots up for grabs.
It's these sorts of shots that Ali Forsyth has gobbled up this evening. He's been a juggernaut in the pressure situations.
Needs to hurry a touch.
He's got a bit more work to do, and the indication from Joe there saying that next time around, same shot, just a little bit more weight and you're in the business.
It's a great sider for his next.
Max Kleinig just needs to play pretty much the same bowl as his first, really. He had good weight.
How do you adjust, 10 centimetres over this distance? That's how good these guys are. Two good bowls.
Good effort
Just getting
again.
away. Weight's perfect. Speed's perfect.
Just drawing it, little touches real good.
Good insights from Joe Edwards. It's 1 to New Zealand currently.
Yes, little touch of the jack is what she called the teammate Ellie.
Exactly what you call Jack. Exactly.
I think he's got a bit too much on this. It'll be handy down the back though.
That may have a role to play before this is all said and done on this end. New Zealand will have the final say. Adelaide here through Max Kleining.
Fraction quick, I think. Which is very easy to do, and it's very slick. Club Pine Rivers green.
Worth me playing the same way to turn my own. If I get under, I land them.
Well, a real opportunity here.
There is.
Maybe we might see the Aero Bowls telestrator out, maybe.
Oh, I don't know if I trust you with that yet, Kelvin. I don't know. 𝘗𝘳𝘦𝘴𝘺 was on the Aero Bowls telestrator in the last game, did a superb job.
Well, an opportunity, Ellie
We
Forsyth.
needed a female's touch on the
On
Aero
the mat,
Bowls
they lay
telestrator.
one. They lay one, but if he was to sit out the closest Adelaide Endurance white bowl, possibly make 2 or 3.
On the power play for New Zealand, Ali Forsyth is off the mark with that one. But they will take one that becomes 2 because it's double points. And New Zealand will be happy to get themselves on the board in the APL03 Grand Final. The score is 3 to the Adelaide Endurance, 2 to the Tower New Zealand Blackjacks. And it's the Adelaide team who will take their turn now, Kelvin, with the power play. And they will be in double points on this end.
It's all happening.
There's power play. It's on the other end of the foot this time. New Zealanders trail 2-3. It's 4th end of the final here at Club Pine Rivers.
Right to it, Joe.
Looks pretty good again from Joe Edwards. This is a terrific opening bowl once again.
Can play the game. Can play the game. Well
Awesome.
played, Joe Edwards.
Adelaide will go into this power play with a fair bit of confidence on this rink. They're 5 from 7 in the night matches, Glass, when it comes to taking the power play.
That's a fair record, isn't it? In any way, shape or terms.
Good respond here too. And Stevie, I believe you were very unlucky today not to get through. Must be a sore point in the camp, is it? I know that you were up there at the top of the table, or in that area. You failed to finish it off today, or?
Kelvin, I'm not talking to you right at the moment. I'm not talking about it.
I'll tell you who we are talking to, Ali Forsyth, who's mic'd up for us in this final. Ali, appreciate your time.
No problems.
How's it feeling out there at the moment? You're in another zone at the moment. You must be so confident with the way that you're playing tonight.
Yeah, look, I mean, obviously, things went pretty well for us at the end of the last game, and it's just an opportunity now to finish it off. This is the cherry on top. This is, why we all play the game, is to play in big moments like this, and it's, yeah, look, it's a great opportunity, and we're right amongst it.
Ali, how good was that shot you played in the semi-final to win the game? You had to get the bowl clean. Any other result was probably a fail or a miss. Sorry, mate, you're giving directions there.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
That's fine. And you've got it perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
How good are you?
Yeah, well, it was do or die, so it was one of those things where it's just give it everything, and if it works, it's brilliant, and if not, well, it wasn't meant to be, obviously our bowl couldn't afford to move, and I just knew I had to get it right on the nose. Real good, Joe. Well done. Sorry.
And well played, Ali. It was a tremendous shot, mate. You're gifted.
And do you think coming straight off from the previous matches give you a good, going forward into this final?
Well, it certainly hasn't done any harm at the end of the day. Like, it was, a pretty good hit out, and the green's not going to change at all with it being an artificial surface. So, it's up to us now just to continue what we've been doing, really.
Well, all the best, mate.
Thank you very much.
Ali Forsyth is mic'd up for us in tonight's final. So I suppose Edwards has given him a bit to work with here.
Oh, she's playing great, isn't she? Playing so well. So, and look, I feel we should go back and talk about this year's series and Kelvin's question, but we'll go back a step. And, mate, I've got to congratulate you and the Brisbane Gold team. 2 wooden spoons in a row. APL 2 and 3, 2 wooden spoons.
Well, the good thing about it, though, Steve, is that I can say that I've actually won the APL. Now, that's something that you haven't got. So I've been there, done it, and I've gone from one extreme to the other, but I've got the title in my pocket.
He's kind of got you there, Glass.
Well, he has, but I've got one comeback in the fact that we've got Gary Willis as a coach, which is a concern. But look, we're looking at recruiting.
And the good thing from this week also, Steve, I know that we haven't got through, but we actually got a 12 when we played Sydney, so that was quite a good bonus as well.
Aaron Sheriff really let me down on that occasion.
Glass doing what any good delegator does in a management position, moving the blame and the responsibility elsewhere.
Handball it, you got to handball it. Never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Absolutely not.
So Ali drawing for 2.
New Zealand on the power play. Adelaide on the power play, my apologies. This is crucial for them, but it's also crucial for New Zealand not to concede.
Geez, close.
He looks
He's very
really
good runs. Just got to hurry. Well, it's a great attempt.
Fell the other way in the end.
It's a very good effort. So 3-2 to Adelaide. 1 down. Got a feeling this first set is going to be big.
It's
Can win it.
conversion king.
It's Max
Played
Kleining.
so many of these throughout this APL championship. Having a good look.
Approaches the head with quality. He'll
trying.
need some jack contact.
Oh, he's unlucky.
That has missed by 𝘗𝘳𝘰𝘶𝘥𝘭𝘺. Now, Steve Glasson, you are on the Aero Bowls telestrator at the moment. What's the equation looking like for Ali Forsyth?
Well, Ali would be pretty happy with the lie at the moment. He hasn't got much to lose here, but another bowl in the head would be ideal. So again, drawing down here, preferably a little touch, little feather on the jack, cover it up in here, and give Ali little or nothing to work with. Give Maxi, sorry, little or nothing to work with.
Well said, Stevie. Totally agree. Aero Bowls telestrator.
Glad you two have agreed. It's the first time all week that you two have agreed on anything.
It's very stressful calling a shot when you've got the great 𝘗𝘳𝘰𝘶𝘥𝘭𝘺 standing beside you.
Won't go astray from Ali.
Well, he's looking at this Charlie here. I don't know if we can do that again.
I think we might see some weight possibly, because it is a power play for Max Kleining.
It's Max Kleining is going to approach the mat.
There's a shot on the forehand. The 3-bowl cannon, 3-bowl Charlie.
Here he goes.
He's playing it
there is
solid.
weight.
Oh, he's a bit under. He needs a good result
Just
here.
going to miss.
Not far away at all. 1 shot to New Zealand, and they managed to avoid the Adelaide power play. Well played by the Blackjacks. They are calm and they are composed under pressure, and they've locked this first set away at 3 apiece here in the final of the Australian Premier League for 2015, the 3rd edition. In year 1, it was the Brisbane Gold who were the winners. In year 2, the Murray Steamers. This year, it will be either Adelaide or New Zealand. Club Pine Rivers in Brisbane is the host. They've done an outstanding job once again this week to showcase this amazing event. And there's very little room to move here tonight.
There's little room to move.
It's the biggest crowd I've ever seen here.
And little room to move on the rink as well. They're playing really well. The slight advantage Adelaide may have is the fact that they do have last bowl on this final end of the first set. But
yes, if there's any advantage, it's not going to be much. We're 3-all, like we said. The winner of this end will win the first set of this grand final. It's always good to know that as a player, if you can win the first set, you know you're there. You can take that momentum into the second set.
And you can play with a little bit of abandon as well, can't you, in the second set? You can take a risk or two, yeah.
Well, Joe's watching closely.
As is Ali.
Jo Edwards has been excellent in this match. She's a fraction under there.
Not by much.
She knows it too.
She was all over it. Missed that bowl. Happy days.
Scotty Thorburn. Been a consistent performer over the previous couple of years in the APL.
Well, he really came to light in APL 1, didn't he?
Yes,
New kid on the block, relatively unheard of, and had a blinder.
Player of the
Hasn't
tournament.
looked back. Player of the tournament. Yeah.
Last year it was Alex Marshall. I get the feeling that maybe the result of this final may have something to do with the eventual winner.
I've heard some whispers. I have heard some whispers.
How are you hearing these whispers, Steve?
It contacts, but it's been muted. Glasson, I don't know why.
No,
it's been muted.
That's not a rumour I've heard this week.
And 𝘗𝘳𝘰𝘶𝘥𝘭𝘺 wasn't mentioned. I don't know why, but anyway, that's... I can guarantee it won't be either of those two.
I didn't hear Glasson's name there
No,
either.
no, I can guarantee neither of those two.
No, not tonight, and not this year, unfortunately.
No.
But next year is another opportunity.
Yes. Canberra firing up. Natives are getting restless.
Well, the sweaty hands are out for the players.
And it is hot out in the rink.
Yes,
With
big
the lights
crowd.
and big crowd in, it is very sticky out there.
Yes, the biggest crowd of the week for sure. Grand final night.
There's 𝘗𝘳𝘰𝘥𝘭𝘺.
Standing room only here at Club Pine Rivers. And it's Adelaide Endurance who hold one. As the skips both take to play.
They're seeing a very, very tense final. Every shot matters, and the players are well aware of that. Ali Forsyth trying to work this one around on the forehand.
Just going to run past. Good track.
Chance for Max to really try and tidy this head up here. Well, they're watching it. Just underdone.
Not a bad sider first up, though.
From both players, really. So
They're the only team that's unchanged in APL03, the New Zealand Blackjacks. I just wonder, Steve and Kelvin, whether that has been a calming influence for them, and given that they've gone in with the same team, that they don't have to go through the process of changing things around as far as the order goes.
No, you know, they've been consistent performers in the first of the two APLs, so I guess, you know, certainly sticking with the same team. They know how each one another play. You know, they're very good competitors. You know, when you've got someone like Joe, who's the best player in the world from the ladies' side of things, it's a good mix.
having trouble nailing it. I tell you what, he'll either draw this or he can play weight to land the shot bowl or swamp the jack. Ali's aggressive, I'm not sure.
Well, it's the last bowl. He's one down. It's locked at 3-all.
Couple of options, taking his time. And look at concentration.
What can he do? Well, he's playing weight.
He is playing weight.
He's trying to sit the shot
Oh, it
bowl
looks
out.
narrow. It looks narrow, but
This here is a lot of weight attached to this one.
tell you what, he's not narrow. He's not narrow.
He's
got it.
extremely
He's
close.
got it.
Great shot, Ali Forsyth.
Good shot. And that is one of the toughest shots to play on this.
Unbelievable. Absolutely perfect. And now the heat is back on Max Kleining, down first set in this big grand final.
This young man from Holdfast Bay is holding the first set in his hands.
It was a nervous one.
The Endurance are calling for it to slow down a little bit.
Just slipping through.
Wide, and it is off.
It's a missed
And New
chance.
Zealand with just a little fist pump. They know that the ascendancy is in their direction. And it is the Blackjacks who take the opening set here in the final of APL03. They did it in tough situations and tough circumstances. They come away victorious 4-3. We've got the second set of the APL final coming your way next from Club Pine Rivers. The crowd is at fever pitch. The nutbush is rolling through and everyone's having a great time in the final of APL03 at Club Pine Rivers. And they've seen a very determined and very focused New Zealand Blackjacks outfit take the first set 4-3. However, Steve Glasson, that matters little. That set was then and the second set is now, isn't it?
Well, it's a new match now. We've got two new players on field. So it all changes. It can change so fast, this game. But I must say we've got two quality players come in. Both fantastic players in their own right. Both been playing very, very well all throughout.
So those substitutes that have been activated for both teams. 𝘗𝘳𝘰𝘥𝘭𝘺 for the Adelaide Endurance will take a seat. And sitting down for New Zealand will be Joe Edwards, which means that Shannon McElroy and Wayne Rudiger are into the match. This is Wayne Rudiger on screen in the red Adelaide uniform, using the red bowls. And now Shannon in the all-black New Zealand outfit, using the black bowls. And he has had a pretty good night tonight as well.
Had a great night and a great series. Very consistent, really supported Ali Forsyth exactly how Ali would want it, skipping the back end. The boys have both started well here too, fresh off the bench. Normally takes just a moment or two to settle and get in the rhythm.
Yes, Shannon McElroy, a former New Zealand singles representative, still part of the New Zealand team, playing in the Asia Pacific Games in a couple of weeks' time for New Zealand. Of course, Wayne Rudiger also be competing in the event. He's the #1 lead in Australia.
Kind of like our opening batsman, isn't he?
He is. Been rock solid over the last few years.
Been ever reliable. It's a bit like the Justin Langer of back in the day. Opens the batting and you can rely on him every time to do his job.
Do his job, yep.
Shannon just finding his range. Working his way into the match.
Wayne's can bar still going off. We hear the chant in the background.
Not even sure what they're chanting about on that occasion, Kel, but
I don't think they know. They haven't got a clue, actually. Been up there for a while now. So as far as predictions go, boys,
sneak in.
You both, before the match, said that it was the Adelaide Endurance who you fancied. With that first set now locked away for New Zealand, are you changing your predictions?
I don't think so. I think I'm going to stick to the Adelaide Endurance. It'd be great to see them win. As I said, they've been in the finals the last couple of years. So have New Zealand, of course. And may the best team win. New Zealand Blackjacks, of course, won the first set. Could have been anyone's set. They've grabbed it. We've just got to wait and see now.
What about you, Glass?
I'm just watching this bowl. This might change my mind. Yeah, no, well, look. Can I tell you another end or two or four? But no, look, I'll stick with Adelaide simply because you never change your bet. You can never, ever, ever change your bet. But it's a long way back for them. But I'll stick with them. I've just got a little feeling in my heart that they've been twice runner-up and third time lucky.
Well, they take confidence out of the fact that they dropped the first set by a shot, so realistically they weren't that far off. It's not as if they were hammered 10-1.
No, I think they would. I think they would feel that they're right in this game. They've got the best lead in the country kicking him off now. So, and that takes nothing away from Scotty, who was sensational, by the way. Just changed the demographic a little bit of it all. So
A lot depends on how this man plays.
Well,
Ali Forsyth. Well, there's a little break. He was in the area but slid on past. So it's 2 shots to Adelaide, and they need a good start in this second set. They don't want to get behind because the momentum is big. Can he make it another one here? I'm not sure that he liked it out of the hand.
He's just kind of grimaced.
He's not going to get there. So a bit of a let-off there for the New Zealanders.
And the alarm bell's just starting to ring a fraction if you are the Adelaide Endurance. New Zealand won the last 3 ends of the first set. So
Wow.
momentum going in their way.
You see Wayne's can bar in the background.
It's a big play right here. First up.
It looks like a
They're
run shot
playing
here.
late.
Looks like he's going to go for the jack.
You've got to love him, haven't you? You never know what he's going to do.
Goes for everything.
Will not die wondering,
Close.
Ali Forsyth.
Well, he saved one.
He's flicked one out. Well, this must count.
This is a free kick. If ever you have a free kick, now free kick is when you're holding. You've got a little bit of room to double it up or to add to that. So big opportunity here for Max. These are ones you've got to make, aren't they?
Must count. It's a must opportunity. Can't let these go by.
In the area. How's the speed?
He's been given the keys to the car here, Max Kleining.
Oh, he's going to hurry. He's going to have to hurry.
It's going to have to get a little bit closer. Not close enough. But in this arm wrestle that is the APL03 Final, Adelaide will be happy to take one from the opening end. Second set in this tense battle. 1-0.
Big crowd here at Club Pine Rivers. There's certainly a let-off there.
Here's a tweet coming through, boys, using the hashtag APL03. Loving the last few nights. My 11 and 9-year-olds boys are hooked.
That's fantastic, Brad. Get them to your local club. Get them involved. They will love it.
I think that's when you started, Steve, wasn't it?
It just about is, mate. It just about is. Might even be a tad younger than that.
And if you are liking what you're seeing here, this format is for you, this quick, fast, action-packed format. Well, the easiest way for you to get involved is to head to this website, jackattack.com.au. You can punch in your postcode. It'll show you the club nearest to you who's holding Jack Attack events or this Jack Attack format. Go down, take the shoes off on a Sunday glass, a couple of light refreshments, and enjoy the afternoon.
3 words. Just do it. Just do it.
𝘱𝘳𝘦𝘴𝘦𝘯𝘵. Perfect delivery. Great opening bowl. See if he can do it again.
Not sure he liked that out of the hand, but
He might be a little quick, I think.
it to hold on.
Won't go
It's
straight,
not bad.
though.
It's not bad.
Always good if you get one on, put one behind.
The favourite son of the Grange Bowls Club in South Australia. Greenkeeper.
I wonder if Dave Stockham, the Australian selector, I know he cuts a bit of grass back home. Wonder if he's filling in for Rudy.
I like
he's
that.
away.
Someone has to. 𝘱𝘳𝘦𝘴𝘦𝘥's got a pretty big, an important task ahead of him here, so surely someone could cover him.
Stocky is a parochial South Australian, so he'll be on the edge of his chair tonight. Maybe with a red wine.
Yes, he likes his red wine.
The call here is for this one to hurry, to get its way closer to the jack.
It's going to be another counter.
It's a good attempt, and that'll be in the count.
Absolutely. It's 2. Well, will this match go to a tie break? Of course, if it was 1 set all, it will be. But Adelaide must win this set to keep the hopes alive.
Gee, there's a bit of interest in this too, don't you, Rory?
Well, he's responded here. Look at this for a great shot.
What a shot, Shannon McElroy.
Awesome.
Very cool customer. They're the shots that change the game sometimes, aren't they?
Yeah, huge turnaround.
Stop
2
that
down.
momentum.
2 down to 1 up. Puts the pressure back now on the South Australians.
And probably a good one for Shannon there too, because to come in and to try and have an impact straight away, and that'll be good for him just to bust a few nerves out of the way.
Certainly will. Give him a lot of confidence.
Still a bit to play out on this end.
Just a bit underdone.
Yeah, he's got pretty good weight, just a little bit under. Good weight, just narrow. Tend to get a bit narrow on this TV rink. It does run away, get punished.
Brisbane Gold got punished a bit this week too, didn't they? Anyway, sorry, shouldn't go there at this stage. Spooner.
These things happen in bowls.
At least they've got the matching set now,
They
Glass.
have, they have. Yeah. Well, his track's perfect. Needs not even a metre. Half a metre to count.
Max. His weight was good with his first. Just needs the correction.
It's better. It's a lot better. I tell you what.
This is a
Look
great
at this
attempt
for
from
a
Max
shot here.
𝘱𝘳𝘦𝘴𝘱.
Max 𝘱𝘳𝘱
Steps up on the big
my
moment
goodness.
and takes it.
and loves it.
Crowd roars here, Club Pine Rivers. Brilliant shot from Max 𝘱𝘱𝘱.
That is sensational.
Now back to Ellie Forsyth. Looks like you go to the same barber, Steve.
He's been waiting to get that one out,
Yeah.
Calvin, I think. Just a little drive-by.
Tell you what.
Ali Forsyth's interested here, and with good reason.
Oh.
Just misses.
He had the ball waiting as well.
So close. Well, the atmosphere's building.
He's great to watch, Ali. I just love watching him because his expressions, and he really shows how he's feeling, isn't he? I think he's fantastic entertainment.
Gets right into it. Gives every bowl a chance.
Max 𝘱𝘱𝘱𝘱 giving this one a chance as well.
Well,
To increase the count to 2.
Lays it over, it'd be perfect.
Oh.
Well,
Steve Glasson
Good home.
has the Aero Bowls telestrator. What's the equation for Ali Forsyth on this last shot?
Well, I think he'll try the same shot as he just played, and he only just missed the jack. So again, just trying to arrive a confident draw shot, just skimming his own front ones, touch on here, and he's got bowls waiting, high fives all round, and away we go.
I called one of those earlier and he got it. Let's see how he goes. Well, he's watching closely.
He's watching again.
In the shadows of the end of the second set.
Tell you what.
Here comes Ali Forsyth. It's been his night and
just a fraction quick to bend.
By centimetres.
Awesome effort. Well, you called it, Steve, and he almost played it. Millimetres in that.
The Endurance edge their way closer, and they lead 2-0 in the second set. It was New Zealand who were triumphant in the first, and the Blackjacks have cashed in the power play here, so they sense an opportunity. They've given 𝘱𝘳𝘦𝘴𝘦𝘯𝘵 2 ends to get a feel for things, and here they come with double points in the third end.
Send a shout out to Mark Easton, the CEO of Bowls SA at the Links Hotel, cheering on his endurance team. Hope it's going there well, Mark, or going well there, Mark, and no doubt you guys are on the edge of your seats, as we are here at Club Pine.
2 times they have qualified for the grand final, the Adelaide Endurance, and 2 times they've come away empty-handed. Talking to the boys before this kicked off, I know how keen they were to be here once again, but Kelvin, it's one thing to win your way through to the grand final, it's another to actually win it.
That's right. It's a tremendous effort. They've backed it up 3 years in a row, and it'd be a dream come true, and I'm sure there'd be celebrations all round back in South Australia if the Adelaide Endurance and come away with this trophy. Be 3 different winners, of course, in 3 years, and just shows how close this competition is.
Rudy.
And that's a good bowl. And
they might call it the Endurance Public Holiday, have a public holiday like the Endurance Public Holiday, or the Rudy Public Holiday or something.
I was trying to think what they could possibly be given the keys to in Adelaide, Glass.
Oh, City of Churches?
Absolutely. Give them the key to one of the churches there.
They're saying their prayers out here tonight too for a win. I know that.
Well played.
Well, a few nervy ones here. 𝘱𝘳𝘦𝘴𝘦𝘥, he's pushed them through a good metre or 2. Oh, big opportunity here now.
Wayne Rudiger will take a stack of confidence from that last shot, Kelvin.
Yes, and being a New Zealand Blackjacks power play, Wayne Rudiger's got one a matter of inches away, so just to cut down the opposition from winning their power play in would be a good positive.
And while some might think that last bowl of Wayne's is a loose one, purposely he's tried to get past to give some options in case New Zealand attacked this, so good thinking. Had to make sure with his first bowl being short that he passed the head.
Shannon will be out the back again here.
Yeah, he's pushed it through. But they are behind, and someone like Ali Forsyth's always up. Now you see the atmosphere here at Club Pine Rivers. Big crowd in.
How good is that?
Jam-packed corporate boxes.
We've got the lights, we've got the cameras, and we've got plenty of action in the final of APL03.
Can't fit them in.
It is bowls like you've never seen it before, and we are seeing as good a bowls as you will see tonight.
Loving it. Chance for Max. He's got to take advantage of this situation. Shannon's giving him some room. Well, he's a touch on the high side, but
Wayne Rudiger calls for it to hold.
It's going to finish in a good home.
It's going to be in the mix because that's where the 3 New Zealand Blackjack bowls were. It does count as well.
So he's got himself inside the 3 that 𝘱𝘳𝘦𝘴𝘦𝘥 had previously sent down, which is important.
Well, it's a real game of chess, isn't it? You've got to look at all the angles, strategically look at what could happen, what they're going to try and play, and outthink them. Not only outplay them, but outthink them.
New Zealand in the power play. They'll want to convert.
Well, Ellie's trying. Just going to run through.
But it will lower the count back to 1 in favour of Adelaide.
Will, very handy bowl.
Not a bad spot where it finished because it kind of protects, kind of hidden as well if he does opt to play weight at some stage. A little bit hidden behind the...
There's a pretty good chance he will. Can Max make it 2?
He needs to drop hard now. He's not far away.
He's trying. Just going to go past, I think. Well, just falls out.
Now, Kel, I'm going to I'm going to throw this one at you. They lost the first set. Max has been good without being outstanding. Do you make a change? Does Scotty, who drew extremely well in the first set, does Scotty come on? Do you go for broke?
Well, it's a roll of the dice. It just depends. I think we'll wait and see what happens after this end, but it's certainly an option because Scotty 𝘗𝘳𝘰𝘥𝘆 skips, you know, a majority of the time back home. So he certainly could be used.
However, on the other hand, Max Kleining has been so good for them. But
absolutely,
as we saw earlier on tonight with the Gold Coast Hawks, Glass, with Brett Wilkie, who's one of the stars of the sport, sometimes it just doesn't work.
No. And it didn't work, that's right.
Well, he had great weight. Well, it is the power play for the New Zealand Blackjacks.
There is Brett Wilkie.
There he is, speak of the devil.
Former world number 2.
Give us a wave, Whizzer. Give us a wave.
There he is.
There he is. Give us a wave, Whizzer.
Big smile.
Look at him. He can't take his eyes off the screen. He's seen himself on TV.
It looked at himself and said, oh, there's me.
Yeah.
There I am.
There I am. I think I love him.
Here's Ali Forsyth with New Zealand in the power play.
This is big.
He's
on
driving.
the attack. Loads up that
kills
left
it. He's got the
hand.
3 best back. A kill is huge.
Going to miss.
Wow, so close.
He knows his head was down. He knows that was an opportunity missed. Potentially 6 shots there if he gets that right.
Yes, if he would have got the front bowl onto the jack on the replay. After the jack down the back, the 3 back bowls in New Zealand on the power play could have been a potential 6 shots.
He knows it. You can see the body language. And that's why I love watching Ali Forsyth. You see it all. You know exactly what's going through his mind, what he's thinking, how he's feeling.
Well, here it comes because the Adelaide Endurance have played their card now. The power play is out there on the table. And they will be playing for double points on the 4th end. They came away 1 shot short in the first set.
Well, it'd be exciting to go to a 1-end tiebreak.
It'd be fitting, wouldn't it, Calvin? Everything else has been in a tiebreaker tonight.
It'd be terrific. Great atmosphere. The crowd would love it. I don't know about the players.
No.
Well, I think Adelaide would like to go to a tiebreaker. I'm not too sure the Kiwis will.
And still no movement on the substitutes bench, Glass.
No, they look like they're glued to their seats.
Well, that's a better start from Shannon McElroy.
Great start from Shannon.
It's going to make it difficult.
That'll pose some questions for Wayne Rudiger. The Endurance with double shots in end number 4. They lead 3-0. They must win the set to force it into a tie-break situation.
Don't look now.
Have a look at this for a bowl.
Don't look now. Oh,
that's great work from Wayne Rudiger.
Tit for tat.
It fell back. But it'll still be a 1-shot advantage to the New Zealand Blackjacks.
Well, a little unlucky there, Wayne Rudiger. Absolute perfect draw shot and just rolls back.
Well, he's forced Shannon to change hands.
Such a big end, this. Double shots up for grabs.
This is good too. This is good too.
He's given it every opportunity, Shannon McElroy. Nice attempt.
Well played.
May have a role to play before this is all said and done.
I've got a feeling this head is going to change as we go through. You might see some movement.
Well, the threat comes in the form of Ali Forsyth, doesn't it? If it looks this way, Kelvin, by the time he gets to the mat, destruction is coming.
Yes, he'll be trying to win the end for sure, knowing it's a power play. Well, it's going to be another back bowl for the Adelaide Endurance. That's handy in there.
Very handy. They're going to be trying to just get to it, aren't they? Just reach it, turn the bowl, trail the jack.
They are 1 down.
And the call from Ali Forsyth, Shannon McElroy's teammate, was to come with the backhand approach. He likes the weight. The immediate call from Ali was that the weight is pretty good.
Very good.
This has just got to come around and get into the neighbourhood.
Very good.
Promotes his own bowl forward.
Well played, Shannon.
And keeps it as a 1-shot advantage.
3 good bowls there from Shannon McElroy. 3 bowls in the head. Got the shot as well.
So we did mention, Kelvin, that if the head looked in a similar fashion by the time the changeover happened on this end, that we might see someone try and alter it. So do we think Max Kleining will play with weight here, or is he still looking for touch?
I think he's got a good shot. He's just got to arrive. I think, you know, just make sure he's there, roll his own bowl up, sit on the shot bowl maybe.
He's been fancying this backhand going away too.
Well, it's all on his weight here now. Can he get contact, sit the shot bowl, or turn the front one?
Yes, he has.
Brilliant.
Oh, well, he's unlucky.
Couldn't have played it any better.
That is stiff.
He needed that red bowl on screen to just slide forward a fraction, and that would have been the shot advantage to Adelaide.
It was
Instead,
almost perfect.
New Zealand are hanging on at the moment. Double points on offer for the Endurance in end number 4.
Not to be outdone. Not to be outdone.
This is in the right part of town from Ali Forsyth.
Well, that could be another one.
Well, he's fallen. That'll be 2. That will be 2. Here we go. Here comes the aggro.
2 downs, a call.
2 bowls remaining each in end number 4.
Attacking with weight.
This is not something we've seen a lot of from Max Kleining.
Don't try this at home.
He's going to have a drive.
Very dangerous.
Stand clear. Max Kleining with weight. He'll be looking to move that jack, and has got it.
Great shot,
Great
Max
shot,
Kleining.
Maxie. And the big fist pump.
What a shot. Absolutely perfect. On target, jack in the ditch.
One
on
more
replay.
look at this one.
Have a look at this. Absolutely perfect contact off the bowl. And there he goes.
Has
Pumped.
hit that jack flush. Absolutely flush down the middle.
With heat. With heat.
Remembering, it wasn't a 1-pointer, it's a 2-pointer being the power play.
Max Kleining day.
So it's got a ring to it, doesn't it?
Max Kleining day.
So the complexion
Ali
of this
Forsyth
end has changed again. This time Ali Forsyth has to walk the tightrope, Kelvin.
Yeah, well, he's not going to draw the shot. So it looks like it'll be 1-2 Adelaide still.
Which becomes 2 in the power play. Now the object here for both players is from the mat is to, because the jack is inside the ditch, they need to get as close to the ditch as they can without actually going in. It's easier said than done.
1 bowl each, and Max has the opportunity for double shots to draw 2. We've just about wrapped this set up, but has he got the running?
Well, this hand is generally just a little bit slower than the other side that he's been playing. So he had a great track for it, a great arc, but fell for the trap with that hand just being a little bit slower paced.
Yes,
Gee, we've seen that a lot over the 4 nights, haven't we?
Yeah, and it's hard to get in your head because you play so many shots out there and you think you've got enough, and then the sudden realisation hits you again after let it go. Oh, you know, slower hand.
Have you worked out why that side's slower, Stevie, since you've been here during that week?
No, not really, no. No, it's a tough question, I don't know.
Ali Forsyth
Why
to
is it
try
slower?
and fight off
The shadow.
this Adelaide power play.
That's right.
They hold
They
one.
watered him.
Here comes Ali.
Tell you what, he's a chance.
He's gobbled up the big moments tonight in the big games.
He's really close.
It needs to sit down now, and it won't. It's into the ditch.
What a great attempt.
And the Endurance are in a very, very handy position with a 5-0 lead with 1 end remaining in this set. And we look like we're headed towards a tiebreaker. It's what we all wanted.
I tell you what, I'm going to predict we're going for a tiebreaker.
Oh, well done, Glass.
Geez, you're generous, mate.
I'm going to hang it right out there, fellas. I reckon tiebreaker is happening.
It's very good of you, Stephen.
I know.
Never say never, though.
No, exactly. Never say never.
Stranger things have happened, but a reminder that after winning the first set, New Zealand will be happy to draw this set, and that will be enough for them to win the match. Be a great effort from here.
Be huge.
I can't see it happening.
That's
the early call.
Come on, Kelvin.
Well, the first thing Shannon's got to do is make sure he's up. To give them some chance. His first priority, he must make sure he's up.
No point being short here.
No.
Well, the previous end in the same direction. He put 3 bowls about a metre past.
He needs to hurry.
And he's not going to.
Well, nearly enough for shot. Yes, he's made it.
Counts.
Pretty good. He wouldn't want to be any shorter than that.
We need 4 more of them.
Likewise for 𝘱𝘳𝘦𝘴𝘦𝘯𝘵. He'll be certainly looking to pepper away.
Well, the interesting part here is that both these bowls, these first 2 bowls, are basically right in the draw. So it does throw a bit of a spanner in the works to say, well, am I outside them? Am I inside them? If I get inside them, the bowl can escape too far away. So
well, this is a big call. He's Ali's suggested changing hands, and as we were saying, it's a little bit slower on that side of the rink. So Shannon McElroy's had to change hands. He's got to remember, just push it a little bit more. It's not a bad bowl. Well, he's played it really well. It's going to be another one. Remembering New Zealand Blackjacks need 5 to level and win the APL.
I'd like to be a fly on the wall at the Links Hotel right now.
Oh, my goodness. It would be an incredible achievement for New Zealand if they could take 5. It's not something we see a lot of.
Wayne Rudiger. The Australian lead.
And Wayne Rudiger has had 3 very good attempts, and that will give the advantage to the endurance.
Great shot, Wayne Rudiger.
They have to hold their nerve here.
Max looks pretty relaxed there on screen.
Doesn't look too worried at all, does he? He's just like, here we are in Brisbane having a bit of a holiday.
Yeah, he seems very relaxed. Well, it's the way to be.
Shannon McElroy, as you said, Glass, there's no value in short, so he'll have another dip here.
Well, he's close.
It's a great attempt. If you can open that up, well, he's opened it up a little bit.
And he's just changed the head a bit.
So on the changeover, Steve Glasson, you are in charge of the Aero Bowls telestrator. Max Kleining, if you're in his head, what are you thinking?
As close as you possibly can to this little baby here. So down this way into here. Not like Kelvin, who would probably throw one down here somewhere. This is our target. X marks the spot. That's terrific artistry, isn't it?
That is the most in-depth analysis we've had in 4 days. Get it close to the jack.
What school did you go to, Steve?
Oh, I'm working on my pen. What do you call it? Pen license.
Why didn't I think of that, Kelvin? Get it close to the jack.
I'm working on my pen license.
The Aero Bowls telestrator in action.
Great supporters of this event, Aero Bowls.
Well, this is going to make it difficult for New Zealand. It's another one in the head.
Well played, Maxie.
Yeah, very good.
Just as the doctor ordered. He's got to sit one bowl now. He's actually got to sit one of them to give himself a chance.
Difficult proposition for New Zealand.
That's what he's doing. He's trying to land one to leave Adelaide vulnerable with just one bowl in the head. It's all or nothing right here. Well, it's a great shot.
It's a great attempt. He was looking to create some contact and did. It'll move the jack backwards, which at this stage suits Adelaide with a one-shot advantage.
Well, what a finish we have coming.
One end to decide. APL03. They've both got bowls left. They'll use this just in case something does come up. It doesn't look like at the moment. I can't see any way that they can make 5 out of this New Zealand.
No chance at all.
This guy never gives in. Heart of gold. Big ticker.
Can't see it happening.
It's been one of the big nights of his career, Ali Forsyth.
Well, if this final end, this next end, mind you, if New Zealand don't get 5.
It's looking less likely now.
They could nominate a kill.
Absolutely, they could.
They could nominate a kill.
I think he'll save it till the tie-break.
Perhaps. I think I would too.
You just never know, Glass.
No. Sorry, mate.
It's all right. I'm always one step ahead of you, aren't I?
Now, it's good again.
And that's very, very well played from Max Kleining. Extremely well played.
Who suggested Max go off? Who did? Kelvin, did you say that?
No.
Oh.
No.
Just checking.
Definitely not.
Well, here we go. He has nominated the kill.
Has nominated to kill the end. This
I've got
means
to say, I would be the same as Kelvin. I probably would have saved that.
if he can take the jack out of play, we're coming back to do this end again.
Yes, I think this is a waste.
Which way? It's a big call from Ali Forsyth, and he's off target.
Well,
And that can mean one thing and one thing only. We are deciding the winner of APL03 in a sudden death tie-break situation.
Well, if we go by the previous semi-finals and preliminary final, the last end in both those matches were absolutely incredible, going right down to the wire. And I've just got a feeling that this final end of this grand final will be exactly the same.
Fitting, really. Earlier on tonight, we went to a tiebreaker in the earlier Adelaide-New Zealand game when they met in a semi-final. And it was the Endurance who took that one away 1-0. The margin doesn't matter. You just need to win the end.
He's got to win.
And that end was an unbelievable end as well. Ali Forsyth played a great bowl with unlucky, really.
Advantage New Zealand straight away. Slightly loose one from Wayne.
Yes,
Chance for Shannon to jump on. Plus New Zealand have the last bowl. There is $60,000 on this end. 60K, 60 grand.
It's your monthly wage, Glass.
It's like 5 years of work.
Oh, please.
Tough. It's bloody tough being coach.
You're giving me a headache.
It's tough.
That won't be the winner. It's not bad, but first on here, who can apply the pressure?
Do you reckon there's some nerves?
Just a couple.
Wayne Rudiger got that away really well.
$60,000.
There's the chant. Rudy's all right is the background call.
Well, let's see if this one's all right.
This is pretty good.
Max Kleining calling for it to just get down a little bit.
That's the shot. Still enough room, though. Plenty of room.
I don't reckon Rudy would have heard that chant at all then. He would just be in the zone right now.
And before that chant, there was this very strange moment for about 3 seconds where the crowd realised we're doing this in a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
They realised the enormity of the situation. It's not just the players who are
This is not
involved in
bad.
this.
Shannon McElroy, he's not too
McElroy's
far away.
close. He's very close. And that's great execution in a big moment in the match. A little smile from Shannon McElroy.
They're into it.
Going back to the same one again.
He's chasing with interest.
Well, he's not far away this time.
Is he going to hold?
Is it going to hold?
It's just going to slip under, I think.
Accuracy pretty good, and the weight was bang on.
It's a good second shot, though.
Yeah, it gives Max a chance.
Good second shot. Well, front toucher now. Would be perfect.
Tie-break situation.
Gets it away well.
Shannon liked that one immediately. We saw that with the last bowl. He pumped the fist because he knew that he was going to be close.
Well,
He's
not going to be too bad. It could be a nuisance, that bowl, at some stage.
Might just be in the way.
Well, it's right on the centre line, so it's a bit of protection.
It's a teaser. It is definitely a teaser. It's an obstacle that's got to be missed.
Well, Max Kleining.
Here we go.
I think on this TV rink, if there's any hand he's played really well, it's been the backhand towards the big screen.
Yes.
And that's where he's headed, Calvin. He's going to play down the broadcast side at Club Pine Rivers.
So this is the direction that he's been probably played some of his biggest bowls.
See, what if his speed's good? He's close here. He's very close here.
I think his speed's on the money here.
Very close. Got a hold for the jack.
And it's
So close.
a tiny little tickle on the jack.
Couldn't have played it much better. Just finishing at the end.
I'm loving Max too, even with that. Smile on the dial. He's under control out there.
Just seen a little blow of air.
Yeah, he's handling it well.
Well,
This final,
Ali Forsyth, I think he needs to get closer.
it's a game of millimetres, this one.
Well, he's cheering it on.
Well.
He could sit it.
And there comes Ali Forsyth.
Well, he's got the perfect sit.
What a shot.
Ali Forsyth, an absolute cracking shot.
Interestingly, they've said just one shot.
Well, he's forced Max to change hands here by the looks of things. Maybe much the same shot.
Maybe a touch quicker. Got to keep his bowl on.
He's got to be up.
Must keep his bowl on.
Switching to the forehand, Max Kleining.
Well, he's watching closely.
Crowd cheers, Max.
So's his partner, Wayne
Rudy's
Rudiger.
watching closely.
Real interest from the Adelaide endurance bench. Got
Look
a
at
little
this.
bit of work
Look
to
at
do
this.
for Max Kleining. Takes the
so
jack.
close.
Wow.
And couldn't quite get it coming backwards.
Wow.
It's shot forward.
Can't believe it. Have a look at his face. Teammate Wayne Rudiger, they cannot believe it. But the good thing about it, he's got a bit of room. So he's sprung the jack to the side. Have a look at this for a bowl. Jack down the centre line. Unfortunately, it's gone to the side.
It can be cruel, can't it?
And he can't believe it.
Oh dear. Well, he's got to put that out of his mind now. He's actually giving himself more room now. He's got a better chance. So, okay, Ali's saying, I'm going to give you the chance to draw this. I'm going down the back. If you draw it, I've got best back. I'm going to rip it out. Here we go.
Ali Forsyth is creating the shot at the back of the head. Max Kleining.
If there's ever time, this is the time to draw a shot.
To get 60,000 on this end, it's $60,000 on this bowl.
The crowd hushes. The state of South Australia
Tell you what,
and their hopes
tell you what, out of the hand, it's a chance.
are sitting on the shoulders.
The crowd are up out of there. He's got to hurry. He's a chance.
Max Kleining has got to get this up. It's getting close.
He's got to hurry.
He's got to reach.
It's got to hurry.
Push. I think it's enough.
Is it enough?
Well, it's close. It is close.
It's a high five from Rudy.
Yes, it is.
It's a high five from Wayne Rudiger.
Or is he playing games?
Well, it looks close. That's all I can say. They like it.
Ali Forsyth is going to play this one.
Well,
they're going to call a timeout.
What does he do, Steve? Does he go for the bowl or the jack, or does he try and draw it?
Well, no, he's going to go at this. Bowl or jack. He's got the double option. He was clever enough to put the backward in case this happened. He'll go solid. Bowl or jack.
So the Adelaide Endurance hold match lie as we speak in this third APL final.
It's been the New Zealand Blackjacks who have been the team to beat in this tournament.
Here we go.
Out of the hand from Ali Forsyth, playing with weight, looking to take out the Adelaide bowl. He's hit the jack.
What a
and
shot.
New Zealand have snatched the APL final away. And Ali Forsyth, with ice running through his veins,
What a bowl.
has been the man for New Zealand.
It's going to be a big night in New Zealand, or a big morning. Huge.
The APL trophy, for the first time, is headed across the ditch and will take residence in New Zealand for the next 12 months.
And what a great story. They played unbelievably well. They've got the only team with a lady in the team, with a woman in the team, and they've just sizzled. Congratulations to the New Zealand combination, deserving winners in what has been a fantastic APL03 and just an incredible final.
Terrific final, absolutely brilliant. And they're the three winners are. Look how happy they are.
What an amazing result. They are so happy, this New Zealand Blackjacks outfit, justifiably so. Here's Tom Chadwick with the winners.
Thank you, Jack. I do have the victorious New Zealand Blackjacks with me. Congratulations, guys. Ali, I'm going to start with you. Congratulations. How did that last ball feel?
Oh, unbelievable. It didn't come out the greatest, but I knew we just had to get online with the bowl. Bowl or jack was good for us, so just had to back myself. I've been hitting pretty good all week, so.
Joe, how did it feel watching? How nervous were you?
Mate, it's worse on the bench watching, eh? It's, I don't know, I felt sick, I felt happy, I felt proud, and all sorts of emotions went through you.
Shannon, yourself, mate, how does that feel?
Oh, that's huge. I mean, coming down to that last bowl, I've been in this situation with Ali quite a few times, so I had all faith in the big boy will do it, and he delivered.
Congratulations, guys. We'll speak to you a little bit later on. Don't go anywhere from Club Pine Rivers. After the break, we'll have the presentations.